Okay, so I was talking about the social movements and how I can't even Google them. It's not safe for me to Google them. My textbooks are censored coming from AMU. It's quite difficult even with the VPN hack. It doesn't like to remain connected. They figure out the VPN hacks, so we have to keep, playing the game of figuring out new ways to break the law. As you can see, my VPN just disconnected and it's trying to reconnect now. Uh, so there, there's just a lot of difficulty accessing information here. It's much easier to access it from Europe, anyway, or the United States, of course. But there are underground political movements associated with the Arab Spring. I was able to see some logos for it when I Googled before the censor ban shut down my internet search when I was at work. Um, there's also, of course, the ban on driving protest, which happens annually. So there are these sort of more sensitive subjects that are part of political movements that are totally illegal and severely punished. If a woman participates in the ban on driving because she's got a license from another country like UAE, Emirates, for Europe, the United States, anything like that, she gets arrested. Her husband has to go down to the prison and sign a contract that he will not allow her to drive and not allow her to use any social media forever while she's in the country, or talk about the country when she leaves. If there's any violation found, the man has to pay a huge fine and spend time in prison himself. So you can imagine how popular that is. The movements are not very successful. It's not easy to find out what they are, and they're considered to be terrorist to have any kind of political activity in any of the Gulf countries. So this law was made after the Arab Spring started, and in particular, it became a big deal. They accelerated the enforcement and the details, the scope of the laws against speaking out in public when the shooting happened on the beach in Tunisia. And expats were killed from other countries. It got a lot of international attention in a way that people here were not comfortable with. And so, to avert international attention from issues, they made it illegal to mention anything. Even if I'm outside of the country, I can't post something on Facebook or on Twitter or Instagram about a problem inside the country that might be viewed in any way, shape, or form to be in criticism of the government. So I can say, like, I complain about traffic, but I can't say the traffic is the fault of the sheikh who didn't plan properly for the volume of workers he imports from developing nations that are worse off than the Emirates. So you have to be careful about all of that stuff. I'm nervous about even having this on YouTube because I'm telling you stuff that if somebody actually figured it out and reported it would get me probably put in prison for a 5-year sentence, if not more, and lashed up to 500 times, and that kind of stuff. So we're living on the wild side. So they have political, not political, but social movements that are not political that don't matter, like the recycling. I mean, of course, recycling matters and saving electricity matters and all of the green movement kind of stuff. Yes, those things are important for modernizing a nation, but the things that actually impact, like human rights observances, it's not possible to even really discover what they are without risking your life. Okay, there's also the medical campaigns like the anti-diabetes and raising awareness for childhood cancer. They do lots of campaigns for that kind of stuff, and that's all over social media, and those things are acceptable. But it's just a very big elephant in the room with all of these issues because political behavior is illegal, and the only official available political avenue is to marry into one of the royal families. And even then, your power is quite limited. If you say anything against the dominant male patriarch, it's off with your head. Or maybe not literally, but you'll be cut off financially and you'll lose whatever you've been gifted or granted through the system. So people will lose any position of influence or ability to alleviate whatever they might personally be able to do. That's all gone. So they can't risk the safety and security of their own offspring, their own bloodline, their own tribal clan by going against the leader of that tribal clan. Okay, so that's everything. Fun experiment with Screencast-O-Matic. Let's hope that no ill comes of it. All right, have a good day, y'all. Bye.